Breaking news tonight from London, where shock, confusion, and heated debate have erupted across Britain after explosive claims surfaced suggesting Prince Harry has been dramatically pushed further away from the line of succession, triggering emotional fallout inside and outside the royal family. According to reports circulating rapidly across media platforms, the moment was devastating for the Duke of Sussex, with sources claiming he was overwhelmed as discussions involving King Charles and senior aristocratic figures made clear that the throne is no longer within his reach. Whether symbolic or practical, the message sent was unmistakable, and it has reignited a national conversation about monarchy, duty, and consequence. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. For much of his life, Prince Harry stood close to the center of royal power, born into a system where hierarchy is fixed at birth and tradition is everything. Yet the last several years have seen his position steadily unravel. Since stepping back from royal duties, relocating abroad, and launching a series of public criticisms against the institution, Harry's relationship with the monarchy has grown increasingly fragile. The latest reports suggest that this fragile bond may now be nearing a breaking point, as discussions around succession and royal legitimacy take on new urgency under King Charles's reign. At the heart of the controversy is the claim that senior figures within Britain's aristocracy, including powerful dukes, have aligned with King Charles in reaffirming the core principles of royal succession. While the line of succession is governed by law and not by personal vote, constitutional experts note that political and symbolic signals from the monarchy carry immense weight. Observers say the alleged move was less about changing legal documents and more about drawing a definitive line, one that reinforces the idea that working royals committed to the crown remain central, while those who step away cannot expect future authority. Palace insiders, speaking cautiously, describe a tense atmosphere behind closed doors. King Charles, who ascended the throne during a time of unprecedented public scrutiny, is reportedly focused on preserving stability and public trust in the monarchy. With the institution already under pressure from economic concerns, generational change, and declining public confidence, advisors are said to have warned that ambiguity around succession could further weaken the crown. In this context, distancing Prince Harry from any future claim is viewed by some as a strategic necessity rather than a personal punishment. The emotional toll on Prince Harry, however, should not be underestimated. Sources close to the Duke suggest that despite his public declarations of independence, the reality of being formally sidelined struck deeply. Harry has often spoken about feeling trapped by royal expectations, yet those same expectations also defined his identity from birth. Reports of him shedding tears, whether literal or metaphorical, reflect the complexity of a man caught between rejecting the system and mourning his loss of place within it. Public reaction has been sharply divided. Supporters of the monarchy argue that the situation is a natural consequence of Harry's own choices. They point to his interviews, documentaries, and memoir as evidence that he willingly stepped away from royal responsibility while continuing to profit from royal status. From this perspective, reaffirming that the throne is not his future is seen as an act of accountability and fairness to those who continue to serve without complaint. Others, however, view the situation with greater sympathy. Critics of the royal institution argue that Prince Harry has been unfairly isolated and that the pressure placed upon him from a young age contributed to the very decisions now being used against him. They suggest that the monarchy's rigid structure leaves little room for personal struggle, and that Harry's exclusion highlights deeper issues within a system struggling to adapt to modern values. Legal experts have also weighed in, emphasizing that the line of succession cannot simply be altered by royal displeasure or aristocratic consensus. Any formal removal would require parliamentary action, a step that would spark enormous constitutional debate. As of now, Prince Harry remains legally within the line of succession, though far removed from the throne in practical terms. Analysts say the current situation is more about perception than paperwork, and perception, in the monarchy, can be just as powerful. Meanwhile, Prince William's position appears increasingly solidified. As heir to the throne, William has taken on a more prominent and statesmanlike role, often seen as the stabilizing force the monarchy needs. His public image contrasts sharply with Harry's, reinforcing the narrative of two brothers on vastly different paths. Royal commentators note that this divergence has made it easier for the institution to rally behind one clear future king while quietly closing the door on alternative scenarios. International reaction has added another layer to the story. In the United States, where Harry and Meghan have built a new life, media coverage has focused heavily on the emotional and personal dimensions of the alleged decision. Across Europe and the Commonwealth, the discussion centers more on constitutional implications and the future of the monarchy itself. The global fascination underscores how deeply invested the world remains in the internal dynamics of Britain's royal family. Buckingham Palace has not issued a detailed response to the reports, maintaining its long-standing policy of not commenting on speculation or internal family matters. This silence has only fueled further debate, allowing narratives to grow unchecked across social media and tabloid headlines. Royal aides, however, are said to be keenly aware of the damage unchecked rumors can cause, particularly at a time when the monarchy is attempting to project unity and strength. What is clear is that this moment marks another turning point in Prince Harry's long and complicated relationship with the crown. Whether the reports are entirely accurate or partly exaggerated, the symbolism is powerful. The message being received by the public is that the monarchy is drawing firm boundaries, redefining who belongs at its core and who exists on the periphery. For Harry, that realization appears to carry both emotional pain and finality. As the story continues to unfold, questions remain about reconciliation, legacy, and the future shape of the British monarchy. Can wounds this deep ever truly heal, or has the gap between Prince Harry and the institution become unbridgeable? What does this mean for the next generation, and how will history judge the decisions being made today? These are questions that extend far beyond one man's place in the line of succession. If you want to stay informed as this dramatic royal story develops, make sure you subscribe to the channel, share your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for our next update as we continue to bring you clear, balanced coverage of the stories shaping the monarchy and the world.